So what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich, and as you can tell from the title and the thumbnail, I'll be covering the semifinal of the 2019 Arabian Gulf Cup. It will be the 24th edition of the tournament, where 8 teams from the Arabian Gulf area will take part in this tournament that I didn't find out about until a few days ago. So thanks to the person who brought this to my attention. Can't remember your name, but you commented, and I really appreciate it. You can't see anything like this in the news, so I'm like, the Gulf Cup is going on. I did spoke about the final. I did watch the final in 2018, early 2018, when Oman defeated the UAE in the penalty shootout. I could remember when Omar Abdul Rahman missed his penalty and Oman went on to win the tournament. It wasn't the best performance, but they still ended up winning the thing. So this time around, there will be 8 teams. Well, 8 teams took part in the tournament, and we are currently at the semifinal stage. So what I want to do, I want to go through the 8 teams, go through the group stage, and let you know who I think is going to win the semifinal. So the teams taking part in the 2019 Arabian Gulf Cup are the host Qatar. Qatar seems to be hosting a lot of tournaments nowadays, seeing that they will eventually host the 2022 World Cup. So Qatar has won the tournament 3 times in 1992, 2004, and 2014. The current FIFA ranking is 57. They are the current highest ranking team in the tournament, and they're currently the AFC Asian Cup champions. Then there's the United Arab Emirates. They were the winners in 2007 and 2013. They're currently ranked 67th by FIFA. Saudi Arabia, they have won the tournament on 3 occasions. They're currently ranked 69th by FIFA. They have been at the tournament on 23 occasions. Then there's Iraq, who has won the tournament on 3 occasions, last winning it in 1988. Like, wow. They're currently ranked 74th by FIFA. And then there's the title holders, Oman, who has already been knocked out of the tournament. They won it in 2009, and in the 2017-18 season, they're currently ranked 84th by FIFA. Then there's Bahrain, who has never won the tournament, but they have placed runners-up on 4 different occasions, last reaching the final in the 03-04 tournament. They're currently ranked 101st by FIFA. And then there's Yemen, who has never got out the group stage, and they're currently ranked 141st by FIFA. They have already been knocked out. And then there's Kuwait, one of the most successful, if not the most successful, Arabian Gulf Cup team, with wins in 70, 72, 74, 76, 82. No wonder they qualified for the World Cup around that time. 86, 1990, 96, 98, and last doing so in 2010. With the tournament being hosted in Qatar, and the 8 teams split into 2 groups of 4. Group A consisted of Iraq, Qatar, United Arab Emirates, and Yemen. Iraq topped the group with 7 points, going unbeaten, winning 2 games and picking up 1 draw. The host Qatar, playing 3 games, ending up with 6 points. They're second in the group, and they qualified for the semifinal. So Iraq and Qatar moved on to the semifinal. United Arab Emirates and Yemen missed out. The Emirates only won 1 of their game, and Yemen only picked up 1 point in a draw. So there you have it for Group A. Iraq doing the business. They have been doing very well in World Cup qualifiers, and so have Qatar. United Arab Emirates have been struggling in their Southeast Asian group, and we know Yemen isn't the strongest team in Asia. As for Group B, with Saudi Arabia topped the group with 6 points, 2 wins and a loss. Bahrain coming in second with 1 win, 1 draw, and 1 loss, beating Oman on goal difference. Oman had a -1 goal difference, and Bahrain had a 0 goal difference. So both teams ended up on the same points, but Bahrain going through because of the better goal difference. Well, Oman conceded more goals than they scored. And Kuwait coming in fourth in the group. Bahrain has been doing very, very well in the Asian World Cup qualifiers as well. They're in the same group as Iraq and Iran, and they recently defeated Iran, if I'm not mistaken. So have Iraq. So these teams are continuing their great form into the Arabian Gulf Cup. So with the semifinals set, they will be played in Doha, of course. Iraq will take on Bahrain. They're in the same group, and these two teams played two matches already, and both games ended in draws. So this one will be a very, very difficult one to predict. Iraq versus Bahrain. And then there's Saudi Arabia versus the current Asian champions, Qatar. Also another difficult one to predict. So let's start with the Iraq Bahrain match. Don't know much about Bahrain, but I know they got very close to qualifying to the World Cup on two occasions and missed out both times to Trinidad and Tobago in 2006 and then in 2010 to New Zealand, where both teams did make their debut at the tournament and Bahrain are yet to do so. And it seems like they have been playing very, very well this season, doing very well in their Asian World Cup qualifying group. Against Iraq, a very gritty team led by Ali Adnan and Muhammad Ali and co. I think Iraq are the favorites here. Both teams recently downed Iran and they're in very good form. But if I have to put my money on any team, it's going to be Iraq. Seriously, it's going to be Iraq because they beat Qatar in the group phase. They went unbeaten. They only picked up a draw against Yemen, and maybe they experimented in that game, but they were convincing throughout the group phase, defeating UAE 2-0, Qatar 2-1. So I'm gonna put my money on. I think I'm gonna put my money on Iraq because Bahrain, they barely came through the group phase. And I think Iraq are the favorites to go to the final. So my pick for the first semifinal, I'm gonna go for Iraq to qualify ahead of Bahrain. On the flip side, if Bahrain does go on to make the final, I wish them all the best. Hopefully, they win their first ever Gulf Cup tournament. So my pick is gonna be Iraq. Saudi Arabia versus Qatar. This one is a very tricky one as well. Saudi Arabia did lose to Kuwait in the opening match of the tournament. Qatar lost to Iraq, not a bad team to lose to. Qatar, very, very strong team. Asian Cup champions, went to the Copa America. They, represented themselves very, very well. And I think Qatar are the favorites to win this competition. And they're the favorites to win this semifinal. So I'm not going to go ahead and predict who I think is going to win because I have to wait and see who's going to be in the final first. But coming Thursday, the semifinals are going to be played. And I think it's going to be Iraq defeating Bahrain. And I think it's going to be Qatar defeating Saudi Arabia. Qatar defeating Saudi Arabia. And I'm final on that. Qatar and the UAE was in the same group again. These two teams don't get along too well. And Qatar got the better of them again, 4-2. Smashed them out of the park. So, yeah, I'm going to go for an Iraq-Qatar final, the 24th Arabian Gulf Cup. And Qatar would most likely go on to win it. But knowing Iraq, they're a tournament type of team, and they could definitely do so as well. They haven't won it since 1988. Remember, Iraq did win the Asian Cup in 2007, and they're a very good team. They're very, very, very good unit, very, very gritty. And we can see them, do very well in World Cup qualifiers even go on to qualify for the 2022 World Cup hosted by Qatar. But guys, I'm gonna go for a Qatar, Iraq, with Qatar most likely winning the tournament. I will come back after the semifinals are played to talk about the final and give you my prediction for who will win the tournament. I know not a lot of people talking about this, and I actually do care about this tournament because I love international football. I spoke about it the last time around, and I'm glad that I caught it in the semis and not when the final is about to be played. So guys, from my boy Dominic Rich, thank you for watching this video. Let me know your 24th Arabian Gulf Cup semifinal picks. Iraq versus Bahrain, Saudi Arabia versus Qatar. It could well be Saudi Arabia making it to the final ahead of Qatar. I'm not taking anything away from Saudi Arabia. But guys, thanks for watching again. As I said, comment down below. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. Don't forget to hit the like button. And from my boy Dominic Rich, thanks for watching. Peace out. Rich Squad.